first episode of a series I'm going to be doing called Value Machine. And so on Value Machine, we're going to be walking through some of the marketing techniques of different kind of modern brands and using some of the tools that are available to us in kind of our modern technology era to actually see behind the scenes, see what they're doing on advertising, and talk through some of the concepts. So that's the brief. Here we are kind of looking at it. One of the things we're going to be using is the Facebook transparency tool. So if you don't know, every Instagram account running ads or Facebook account running ads has to be linked to a Facebook Business Manager account. If you have a Facebook Business Manager account, part of Facebook's transparency is that you have to be able to show all the ads that account has, and anyone can see them basically at any time. So if you scroll down on a Facebook page to page transparency, and apologies if you don't go on Facebook much, I understand that. Forcing you to do it, but here we are. Click See All, and it's going to show you this little information panel, and then it says if a page is running ads or not, and then go to Ad Library. So we're going to be doing that, but first we'll start with a little background on some of the brands. So I want to look at in this first episode a couple brands, a couple different stages in their trajectory. So I found two kind of big DTC brands, one female leaning, one male leaning, and then one kind of smaller brand. Just to get a little idea of what they are doing by following some kind of best practices, establishing for their digital marketing. So 10,000 is a great brand. I own some of their shorts. They kind of really follow the kind of modern DTC model. They have a number of kind of different products. They have these collaborations with influencers and kind of key causes, create a lot of interesting content, have a lot of specific kind of promos and things you'd expect. They're running all the typical stack with Afterpay and things of that nature. This is a little plugin I use called What Runs that will show you kind of some core things that they're doing. So they're running Shopify for their site. They do have a Yotpo tag in there, a Hotjar for click tracking. If you don't know what Yotpo is, Yotpo manages a whole, actually I'll just bring it up. They manage a whole bunch of different tools for e-commerce marketing, including things like referral, I believe, and loyalty, reviews, that kind of thing. I actually prefer a competitor of theirs called Stamped. That's kind of a cheaper version for review management, but that's kind of a conversation for a separate time. So look at their stack here. They have a lot of cool content that they do. It's kind of this feats of strength, little promos they have where they'll temp world records and things like that, and document it. So they're really kind of following the complete DTC playbook. I'm not going to walk through the whole site. You can go check it out if you'd like. Little things that I enjoy are a little custom cart icon of all the content they have on here, lookbooks, etc. But let's look at the ads that they're running, because this is a pretty good sized page. I'll click back out to this. Let's go look at the top about kind of what this brand is looking at. Going to the page transparency, See All, go to Ad Library, and all right, you can see they have 154,000 followers on Instagram. So they're definitely have a pretty solid presence on there. Obviously doing kind of a lot of marketing through the internet. How many ads are they running? So if I look here, there's 210 ads running. So this is usually a good sign and kind of represents a brand that's taking their social marketing super seriously. And let's kind of take a look at what that does. Because usually if you're running that many ads, it means you've got things really segmented. It means you're having ads attacking different parts of the funnel, and that you're A/B testing. So if you're new to this, some of what those things I just said is if you're hitting different parts of the funnel, that means you're advertising to people who haven't ever seen your brand to load the top of your funnel. And then you are advertising to people that have seen your brand and retargeting them again and again to actually get them to convert. And then once you've sold, then you're likely advertising them to them with other items and future items as well. And then when we talk about segmentation, this means that, hey, you might be actually approaching, or your millennial customers differently than how you approach your boomer customers, or your people in the South differently than how you treat your people in, on the East Coast, that kind of thing. And then A/B testing is just they're running different ads with different versions, and we'll see a lot of that here. So the first ad we see is a carousel ad, where they're actually, you can see these images. Each of the images has one little text call out about the brand. All leading to a shop. They also have little secondary guarantees down here, which I like. They're using that little kind of space they have for free shipping and returns, lifetime guarantee. So you're getting 2 value points on each of these, depending on where your eye goes. And you'll see they have some kind of brand copy going on right here. I'm blowing the screen up a little bit. No BS tech gimmicks, no promises our gear can make you a better athlete, cetera, et cetera. The best workout gear you'll find, made for men who prioritize function over everything. Then you'll see they kind of have another, just a single image ads with the same copy, not same copy as this first carousel, but they're testing different images of these shorts against each other in static images. See here, same copy on all these. They're testing a bunch of these images, so basically a lot of single image ads. And what was actually interesting is I was looking at this prepping yesterday, doing kind of a dry run of this video, and none of those ads had been live yet. So they are actually updating and adding things every day. Here, another kind of free shipping, free returns in story size. And here we get to where it starts to get interesting. So you'll see they have some of the same copy they have above, but also and no shipping or return fees. They've obviously really found that that's something worth prioritizing for their customer. If you're running a DTC brand, I would recommend also testing copy like this with your kind of regular message and then calling out something really specific you think your customer cares about. Let's look at the video they're running. So set of static images on repeat with the text overlaid. Nice, simple, really good looking ad. What else do we got? So now we also have some basically establishing, this isn't quite social proof, but at least press proof. So showing off from Men's Health, Runner's World, a few others to kind of establish that these are well reviewed. So probably a different part of the funnel. They have all kinds of different examples of these. So obviously a campaign that's good for them. And then we have this one. So this looks a little bit more like some of the ads that I'm used to seeing from DTC brands. Modern now, where you actually have social proof. So testimonial right up top. This little checklist. This is kind of right out of some of the key playbooks for running these kinds of ads, and they've got video as well. So music, actual video, showing the product in use, text changing as it goes, product, ending with a social proof. Nice 36-second video. Looks like they have a number of different versions of these. That they're testing. A few more options in there with different quotes. So now we have this quote is from Michael B. Saying it looks like same ad. Then we have a very similar one with a quote from Scott with some different bullet points. They're testing that. This looks like a little bit more of a TikTok style.
Are great for my long runs, but
yeah, so single person spoken testimonial. Kind of user talking in there, overlaid text on it. Kind of a different version. That's pretty cool. Like you can see they have a bunch of these different ones. They're testing or running two different segments. And then we're back here again to the actual single image ads. Looks like they have a bunch of these with that same copy up from earlier. So they're obviously just really hunting for what is the right performance with these images. So kind of worth noting, if you're a brand kind of functioning at this size, you can tell they're running probably 30, 40 single image ads, either testing to find the perfect one, or they have a bunch of different options identified for different segments. Hard to tell within this here so far. You can see also they're doing this with the other copy version we were doing on the videos. They've got a whole set of images there as well. So a lot to think through. And see a significant amount more of those. Some stories sized testimonials, Gear Patrol quotes, insider quotes. So they're focusing a lot of social proof and a lot of press proof here. And so this is, if you're not using this inside your ads, it's something we've actually been working on at Unrivaled. Is like in every email or every post, everything is always including some matter of social proof. So with us, it's usually a lot of reviews, so people left on our products on the different sites. But it's just always having that emphasis to just connect to the consumer. The real people are using this and they have a great reaction to it is super useful. You can see they're doing a lot of this here for press. We kind of continue scrolling through. So I'm not going to go through all 200 ads, but you get the idea of what they're doing. This is definitely a super robust advertising presence on Instagram and Facebook. So clicking out of these and over to Carbon 38. So Carbon 38 is kind of an enigma. They have their own products, and they also function kind of as a boutique as well. So you can shop Carbon 38 products, but they're also carrying really curated collections of Adidas by Stella McCartney, et cetera. Beautiful DTC site. Let's check out what it runs. Magento, so spending that bread. Some interesting back end things. Kind of exactly you'd expect, whereas you looked at that 10,000 site running everything on Shopify, but obviously kind of a more robust thing going on here. But overall, beautiful site. Let's get social, shop our feed, and tag Carbon38, and it's kind of showing a curated version of that feed. Cool. All right, so what are they doing for ads? Let's pop over to the Facebook. Nice shopping presence on the posts. Let's go down to transparency. See all. And go to ad library. All right, what do we got? 492,000 followers on Instagram is worth noting. So this is an even bigger brand than what's going on with 10,000. Obviously, they're doing kind of more in multiple ways. But what kind of ads are they doing? Running 58 ads. So launching in September right here. So you can kind of see these ads where they have this really specific design cutout style, still in stories form, still in Facebook and Instagram post form. Whenever you see a square, you'll note that square images are kind of one way when you're running Facebook, Instagram ads. You can run an ad kind of across platforms pretty easily. It's just ensuring that it's square versus you kind of have to do custom versions of the ads if you want to do it in portrait. They have a video as well, so I'm going to cut down the sizing real quick so it's easier to watch. What's going on in the video? So stop motion, over animated. And you see a lot of this kind of in current graphics right now where you have like a background picture overlaid, either a top-down picture with something over it, or just kind of using these kind of still in video or two images superimposed on each other with a PNG. That's just a 6-second loop, which is an interesting approach. Let's see if they're doing the same. This is a different copy, so they're A/B testing. It's no longer about the to and the from. Give your leggings a starring role in every ensemble, no matter where you're headed. Ditch your jeans, take the leggings first approach to style, no matter where you're headed. Shop the latest trends versus get the look. You see they're kind of very subtle copy testing here with the same video. Same kind of copy being tested between some of these still images. You see they're doing some advertising. You get the latest drops. They probably have some different funnel for their things that are retailing versus the things that are their own. So some image matchups here. All right, a bunch of kind of single ads. Looks like they're running a sale, stock up for fall 30% off. So they're kind of running a discount. Note we didn't see any discounts on any of the 10,000. No retargeting with a discount or anything. Really common thing you'll see when you go through these kind of ads is that a brand will have a couple ads that are 10%, if you're doing now, or 15%, because they're using that as to convert their funnel that they're retargeting. So basically offering a discount for a first purchase to someone that's already viewed them on social, etc. is a really common ad technique. You can see these. Got some copy on the ad itself. All color coordination. You can see they kind of going with these simple taglines. 4 words, 3 words, 4 words. Focus on the word set. Okay, they've got straight sale ads, and that's what we have here for the Carbon38 ad presence. So interesting to see, obviously kind of much bigger brand doing a lot more things, but running a smaller subset of ads here. Still running plenty. A lot of them are kind of really sale focused, but they're not quite testing as much. Maybe they're also looking at other, obviously running ads across a number of things, but it's interesting to see kind of a quarter of what's actually being run and a little bit of a different approach. I want to look at soft services. This is a kind of non-gender specific, so I think it's good for male or female skincare brand. It has a really interesting look and feel that I like a lot. For interesting DTC brand, interesting DTC site. Curious what's running this. All right, no info, so maybe something custom coded. Or generally obscured. Let's see what they're doing for ads. So smaller brand by a considerable margin. All right, go to ad library. What do we got? All right, well, see, only 8,000 followers on Instagram, so obviously much smaller brand presence, but they're running 150 ads. So they're obviously taking the growth of that brand super seriously. So you can see here, they've got some kind of really almost like magazine style ads inside the stories format and inside the feed format, which is interesting. Usually I don't recommend this much copy on side of a stories ad, but every brand knows what works for them. This is a long testimonial for a video ad. I'm curious what this all shows. Yeah, I guess they're really giving you the time to read it though. And just using motion to kind of capture it. So it's an interesting approach versus a still image. Kind of a base brand ad. Again, kind of, yeah, very subtle animation. The only thing that's making it a video ad. And that's one way to stand out too from kind of something is you have an image, you just have a little bit moving. It's a nice way to kind of break up a feed or stand out on Instagram stories. Oh, here we go. It's the kid from White Lotus.
I heard about soft services through my friend Emily.
So
she also has KP on her arms.
So that's cool. So that's the first time we've seen, hey, they've actually had like a celebrity endorsement. This is obviously a not a super professional video, which is definitely something that a lot of brands are seeing performance in. It's more amateur video, but you combine the amateur video with someone that people might recognize and know, kind of giving a testimonial. 37 seconds, looks like text over it. Wonder if they have the product in there at all, or
dermatologists, doctor prescribed ointments and lotions.
Yeah, a little bit of highlights.
How it actually works.
But yeah,
So go get it, try it. and tell
super amateur video. It's a nice little look they've got there. Yeah, again, another super subtle kind of animation. A lot of different single image ads. You can see kind of where they've run to as well. So they've been running these since July. So what I like to do when looking at this tool, what I think is super useful, is that if you actually see something that's been running for 4 months, it probably performs. Versus something that was put up recently means they're testing iterations of. So you can see here they're leading with the proposition in all caps at the beginning of each of these, or I guess they're leading with the product in all caps, and then what it's good for. I think that's a cool strategy, something you could just steal right there. Smoothing solution is good for KP, crepey skin, ingrown hair, discoloration, gentle neck and chest exfoliation, and more. But you're just saying, hey, all caps, here's the product, here's exactly what it's good for, here's a cool picture. They're using that for 9 ads, 14 ads, 14 ads. These are working for them. Same thing with this kind of basic shop ad. It's been running for a while as well. It's kind of just a basic shop now with the product on there. Again, you can't tell through this whether it's a retargeting ad or it's a top of funnel ad, that kind of thing, but you can at least get some good ideas for creative. So look, that's all for this session. I just want to kind of get in the groove, break down a few of what's going on with these brands. You can see a bit of what the different ads are and how you can use these tools. You can use it for any business to find that out. Inside the video series that I'll be doing, I'll be looking at a lot more brands, trying to stop and explain the concepts that we're talking about as they come up, and also looking through things like email marketing, Google Ads, just various other things that are worth taking a look at and seeing if you can gain some insight. So thanks for rocking with me. I'll be back.